What's up, Raider Nation? Things are heating up around here with 4 major stories that are guaranteed to get your heart racing and your head spinning with excitement. This Raiders offseason has been an absolute roller coaster, and trust me, you're not ready for what's coming next. Have the Raiders finally found a formula to dominate the AFC West? Or are there still holes left to fill? One thing's for sure, whatever Carroll and Spytek are cooking up is gonna make waves. So grab a seat, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and let's dive in. Which headline is gonna blow your mind the most? Raider Nation, hold on tight. The Raiders' offensive line is under the spotlight, and not for just any reason. Everyone knows our offense struggled badly over the past 2 seasons. Quarterback? We've got Geno Smith now. Running back? Ashton Jeanty is coming in hot. But that O-line still causing major headaches. And get this, even after drafting Caleb Rogers and Charles Grant in 2025, PFF analyst Mason Cameron dropped a bombshell. He says the Raiders still need more reinforcements. And he's got a name for us, Will Hernandez. Why is this setting everything on fire? Let's break it down. The Raiders' offensive line has been a quiet but constant problem. Injuries, inconsistencies, and coaching changes have turned it into an unsolved puzzle. GM John Spytek is scrambling to fix it. In addition to Rogers and Grant, we added Alex Kappa this offseason and have young talents like Jackson Powers Johnson and DJ Glaze. But Cameron insists depth is still lacking. And Hernandez, a veteran with proven skills, could be the missing piece. Before an ACL tear ended his 2024 season in Week 5, he was a beast, ranking in the 91st percentile for pass protection and 81st for gap runs. Those are the kind of stats that make fans drool. But here's the twist. Does Hernandez still have it in him after a major injury? And more importantly, with all the investment in rookies, is it worth bringing in a veteran who might not even start? The fan base is split. I saw a post on X saying things like Spytek is building a wall, while others argue we need an all-pro, not a backup. Bottom line, the offensive line is the heartbeat of the offense. Without it, Geno will be running for his life, and Jeanty won't have lanes to explode through. This move could decide whether our season is legendary or a total disaster. Strategically, Hernandez makes sense. He brings experience, versatility, and could mentor the rookies. But the cost matters too. If he flops, it's another deal that gets turned into a meme. Spytek clearly isn't messing around, but all eyes are on him to make this unit click. Cause let's be real, if the line doesn't hold up, it won't matter if we've got Geno, Jeanty, or Pete Carroll screaming from the sideline. And while we're freaking out about that possibility, Raider Nation, brace yourselves. Our defense just got a serious jolt. Guess who's back in silver and black? Jaylon Smith, the linebacker who once struck fear into every offense and made the Pro Bowl. According to Adam Schefter at ESPN, the Raiders signed Smith after a tryout during rookie minicamp. And this isn't just some routine signing. This one's got fans buzzing and asking, does this guy still have what it takes to transform our defense? Let's put this bombshell into context. Jaylon Smith isn't just some guy. Drafted by the Cowboys in 2016, he was a tackling machine. Over 100 tackles in 3 of his 5 seasons there. Pro Bowler in 2019, but then things went downhill. After Dallas, he bounced to the Giants. A quick stint with the Raiders in 2023, just 1 game, 2 tackles, and was out of the league in 2024. Now at 29, he's back in Vegas, and a connection with defensive coordinator Patrick Graham, who he worked with in New York, could be key to this gamble. Why does this matter? Our linebacker core is thin. Ellendon Roberts and Devin White are the main guys, but beyond them, not much. Smith is a low-risk, high-reward move. If he doesn't make it through camp, no big loss. But if he returns to his Cowboys form, then we've got a defender who can cover ground, pressure QBs, and wreak havoc. Fans on X are divided, some shouting, comeback of the year, while others are like, just another ex-Cowboy headed for the trash heap. The tension is real. Strategically, it's a smart play from Spytek and Carroll. Smith already knows Graham's system, which should make the transition easier. He also brings competition to the linebacker room, which can only raise the bar. But there's a risk. After a year off and a history of injuries, can he really hold up? The Raiders need consistency on defense to take on monsters like Mahomes in the AFC West. If Smith delivers, he's a difference maker. If not, it's just another swing and miss. And while we debate whether he's the guy, Raider Nation, Pete Carroll and John Spytek are moving at full speed. While we're still processing Jaylon Smith's return, the Raiders dropped 2 more additions to the roster, and one of them has a direct tie to our new head coach. Last Sunday, Las Vegas welcomed linebacker Jaylon Smith. Yup, that's done. And safety Jonathan Sutherland. These moves show the Raiders are serious about beefing up the defense, but the question remains, will these names actually make an impact in 2025? Let's talk Sutherland first, because this story has a twist. He's a former Pete Carroll guy brought in as an undrafted free agent by the Seahawks in 2023. In preseason, he made noise. 106 snaps, including 32 in the box, 57 in the slot, and 7 as a deep safety. His PFF grades: over 70 across the board in coverage, pass rush, tackling, and run defense. Not bad for a guy with 0 regular season experience. Now in Vegas, he'll compete with Thomas Harper, Lonnie Johnson, Trey Taylor, and Chris Smith for a spot in the safety rotation. Fans on X are already asking, hidden gem or just another camp body? Why does this matter? Our secondary needs depth, especially in the pass-happy AFC West. Sutherland is young, versatile, and familiar with Carroll's style, which could help him adapt fast. But it's a gamble. He hasn't played a regular season snap. If it works out, we get a low-cost, flexible piece. If not, just another name on the cut list. The Carroll connection adds intrigue, though. Does Pete see something we don't? Back to Jaylon Smith, the narrative gets even deeper. This isn't just a new signing, it's a redemption arc. 686 career tackles, 11 sacks, and a comeback story. His return to the Raiders after playing just 1 game in 2023 feels like something out of a movie, but the pressure is on. At 29, he's got to prove he's still that beast from his Cowboys days. The fan base is torn between dreaming of an epic comeback or bracing for disappointment. One fan on X summed it up: if Smith and Sutherland click, this defense could be scary. Strategically, Spytek and Carroll are clearly all about competition and depth. They want a roster that can handle injuries and the 17-game grind. But the question is, can these vets and rookies hold up against the heavy hitters in the AFC? While we're trying to figure out Carroll's master plan, Raider Nation, it's time to break out the calendars because the 2025 season is starting to take shape. On Wednesday, May 14th at 5 p.m. Pacific, the NFL is dropping the full schedule, and the hype is through the roof. With Pete Carroll, Geno Smith, and Ashton Jeanty leading the silver and black into a new era, fans are dying to know which matchups will put Las Vegas in the national spotlight. Bill Williamson from Silver and Black Pride shared 5 primetime predictions that are packed with drama, rivalries, and storylines begging for TV time. First up, Kansas City. Who could forget Christmas 2023 when the Raiders shocked the world by beating the Chiefs? Or Black Friday 2024 when we almost did it again. A holiday showdown with Mahomes is ratings gold. Then you've got the AFC West battles, Broncos or Chargers. Picture Pete Carroll versus Sean Payton or Jim Harbaugh, rekindling NFC West rivalries. Fans on X are already dreaming. Raiders versus Chargers on Sunday night? Count me in. But that's just the start. How about the Eagles defending Super Bowl champs? A primetime clash in Philly will be epic. Or the Giants with a ready-made storyline. Russell Wilson, now QB of New York, facing Carroll and Geno Smith, the guys chosen over him. That's screaming Thursday night football. And don't forget the Cowboys. It'll be Dallas's first ever regular season game in Vegas. And both fan bases bring playoff level intensity. Maybe a Christmas Day banger. Their last meeting in 2021 was a Thanksgiving classic. Why is this so important? Primetime games aren't just about exposure. They test your team's mettle and set the tone. With Carroll's Super Bowl pedigree, Geno chasing redemption, and Jeanty ready to break out, the Raiders need to shine under the lights. But here's the catch. If they're not ready, those big stages can crush momentum. I saw fans posting, if we get the Chiefs again, it's now or never, and others more skeptical. Prime time? Only if the defense doesn't collapse. Strategically, these games are a golden opportunity to show the Raiders are back. Carroll knows how to prep a squad for big moments, but the pressure will be massive. The primetime schedule could determine whether Raider Nation celebrates or suffers. And as we wait for the full schedule drop, Raider Nation, what a day! Talk of Will Hernandez beefing up the O-line, Jaylon Smith and Jonathan Sutherland energizing the defense, and a 2025 schedule packed with potential primetime thrillers. But now the real question, are the Raiders truly on the right path? Or is this just another hyped up promise waiting to collapse? Will Hernandez be the anchor we need? Are Smith and Sutherland genius pickups or just band-aids? And those national TV games, will they show a team ready to shine or another heartbreak live on air? I want to hear from you. Did we nail it or totally blow it? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like, and don't forget to subscribe.